So we are about to go test drive as many mid-sized trucks as we can find on the market right now. I think we're going to start out with the Tacoma, maybe hit the Chevy Colorado, the Ford Ranger. We'll see if we can find a Maverick, maybe a Ridgeline, a Frontier. We're going to try to hit them all in one day to get our impressions on, I think it's important for people, if you're test driving vehicles, drive them back to back to back so you can get impressions the same day, the same temperature. It's stuck in your head, and then you get a really good feel for what you like and what you don't like of vehicles. So let's jump into a mid-size test drive today. All right, we're here inside a 2026, I believe, Toyota Tacoma. So this is the TRD, or no, this is the Sport? TRD Sport?
TRD Sport, yep.
Yeah. So what do you think, being a tall guy, 6'5", the position of the windshield and everything?
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's better than prior models, at least.
Yeah, better than the old. It's definitely more space than what you found in the old Tacomas. Like, family member has the previous gen Tacoma, and the floorboards are higher. One thing I don't like is, even in the passenger seat, I'm 6'1", and my feet are up compared to like a full-size truck. I mean, that's just the kind of a mid-size thing, I think. We'll see how the other mid-size are, but I thought the Frontier was a little better. We'll see. Yeah. I'm interested to see how the seating positions. I just don't like
it. Has a very noisy engine. It is very noisy. In comparison, immediately, I was just driving your Rebel, and very quiet, very nice sounding. You can hear the turbo on it, that's for sure.
I mean, it's not even a turbo. It kind of sounds a little diesel-y.
Yeah. I don't know. In lower RPMs, I could hear a slight whistle of the turbo.
Yeah. So now you'll get a feel for, like, once it warms up, you'll get a feel for the transmission and the torque and just kind of how it feels.
I feel as if it has pretty stiff suspension. It doesn't feel terrible or anything, but it's stiffer. Another weird thing that I notice is, at least this will affect taller people, you have a very tight amount of space for your legs. Like, this center console area is so wide. This is an incredibly wide center console, which doesn't make it the most comfortable, I would imagine, for like longer drives.
Yeah, it's like nice for storage, but then they take up the majority of it with this massive shifter.
Yeah, so size of my palm for a thing that you use a few times while you're driving.
Yeah, right.
Another thing that I noticed too is the cowl in the hood. Just like what I was talking about before with the Rebel, they have these huge cowls in the middle of the hood that make it difficult to see over the front end of the vehicle, which I don't really like. I prefer more of a flat hood. I don't know if it has better cooling efficiency. I don't know if it, it's just for looks, but
probably looks. It's always looks, because you got a 4-banger under here. 4-banger turbo. You probably don't need that much extra height in the cooling, I'm guessing got enough room under these. One thing that I noticed, it doesn't have the Bilstein shocks on this. It's just, they're just regular black. I don't know what brand they are, but it rides pretty firm, like you said. Like the bumps, right here. Give it the beans now that it's a little warm.
Did you hear that turbo spool in the lower RPMs?
Good torque.
Yeah, it has good torque.
I like that. I mean, it's, you know what it sounds like? I think that Chevy Colorado is going to sound similar to this. It's not bad, though. I mean, it's smooth.
It's not bad.
What do you think about it's highway tires, so it's going to be a little more
It tracks really straight, though. Like, it feels good. It is, twitchier.
Which it should be with highway tires.
They do all these design features in all these newer trucks, right? I think Dodge now is kind of turned away from the looking edgy, and they have more of a luxurious style to them as comparison to before. They were kind of like the edgier looking people.
Yeah, right.
But now you look at these Tacomas, I mean, look at this interior. It's like all sharp angles, and it's supposed to look all edgy, and I don't like it that much.
It's all, subjective, like what you like. A lot of plastics, which I know a lot of people complain about these hard plastics in Toyotas. I actually like them at about 200,000 miles when nothing's broken down,
Yeah.
But they're not as comfortable or soft as like a Ram or other brands. They're not made for like plushy feeling comfort. They're made for that long term. That's what Toyota's kind of been known for, is let's put a bunch of quality hard plastics and everything, and then in 20 years it'll still be holding up,
It is a very talkative motor, though. You can hear it.
It's loud, dude.
It's loud.
But it does have good torque. Like
Yeah, it does. It picks up quick.
Yeah.
And like you start getting it above 2,500 RPMs where that turbo starts to, kick in, starts to spool.
Yeah.
It feels good, and it picks up quick.
The screen's like small in the TRD for a $45,000 truck.
Mm-hmm.
That is a tiny little screen for sure. But see, my daughter's car's like that, the Camry.
Mm-hmm.
I do like, if it's red, it's faster, the button. Woo! All right, that's as high as it goes. That's not terrible, but then I'm further forward, so it definitely brings, I'm just 6'1", it's not like I'm huge, and it's okay. This is better than the last Tacoma for sure, but it's, it's not a full size. If you're used to a full size truck, I don't like this. I wouldn't want to spend hours and hours in this truck because I like space. But overall, the seats feel cheap to me, just like Lauren's Camry, the 2025 Camry. They just feel, I just think everything nowadays feels a little bit cheaper and thinner to me. That's just my, other than like Ram's interior, I'm not impressed. I don't know, it's a weird choice of materials.
Yep.
It's coming in at $45,000 on the sticker for a TRD Sport. Not bad looking truck. Doesn't run terrible, but just got Michelin's on it, regular shocks. Compared to the last Tacoma, that's really what I think we have to compare it to, and it's just the seating position for you. Did you jack that seat all the way up?
This is all the way down. Just because
down.
if I go any further up, you can see my knees just immediately get bound up in the steering wheel.
Okay.
And I'm used to, with how tall I am, having to sit with like kind of man spread, to be able to sit in the vehicle and drive it. But
you're kind of used to it because you're 6'5", so it's like, if you're above, what would you say, 6'3"?
Yeah.
This is like, I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah.
Like, why would you put yourself through that? I guess if you don't care, if you're man spreading.
Yeah, but even still, like, I just see like the older vehicles, like driving around an older Honda Accord, it is a better seating position and more comfortable to sit in a, older 2005 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
So like, if that's a comparison you can draw, then that's a comparison. And
and a lot of it is that, like you said, the size of that console they've chosen to like take up. But these are mid-sized trucks, and here's pretty much no room back here with Trevor sitting there. So you're not gonna have a back seat in these cars. Like if you got a family, kids, good luck. If you got tall people in the front.
If you're over 6 foot or even approaching that 6 foot mark, I don't think it would be worth it to price one of these out if you're going to have kids loaded up in the back, unless you plan on replacing it within 5 years when your kids are still in booster seats or in car seats.
So here's and that's all the way back for me in the front, so it could go forward a couple more inches, and I would have maybe like that much space if this seat was forward. If it was like maybe a 5'10" person up there, or 5'8", and you could move that seat forward a little bit. But the problem with car seats is if you have to have a rear facing car seat, it's not gonna fit in here without putting that person ahead,
a distance between the legs and the seat.
But these, most people who buy these trucks, a lot of them, it's a smattering of people. A lot of people don't have as many kids nowadays as they used to. But full-size truck is probably the only way I'd go. This thing feels tiny compared to the Rebel.
Yep.
Like tiny. But I'm used to full-size everything. I'm used to Sequoias. I'm used to Tundras, and they're just wide and big.
But once we're in those other vehicles, we'll be able to draw those comparisons. So I'm interested to see how the Frontier and the Colorado stack up against this.
Vision. How do you think the Vision is out of this? I think it's about like the Tundra. It feels cramped to me.
It feels a little bit better than the Tundra, in my opinion.
Really?
I think that this one has a lower dash level, giving you a little bit more visibility, but you can tell that they're going for a certain stylistic look with both the Tundra and the Tacoma in terms of having this oddly shaped windshield. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's oddly shaped.
I know people argue with us about this, but if I raise this seat all the way up, my head is like I'm looking out this top part with my eyes. So I think that's the weird thing to me, is that if I put the seat in the position I want, then I'm up higher than I want to be looking out the windshield, because the windshield feels shorter. Or it's either the windshield shorter or the dash is just higher up in these. It's a different design. You have to drive them to see what you think. Not my style, but a lot of people love them. Powertrain, though, the transmission in this and the engine are definitely more powerful and smooth than the last gen. If we're just comparing to the old Tacoma,
Yep.
the powertrain and even the seating position is an upgrade compared to the last Tacoma, for sure.
The last one, it just had such high floorboards on it. You know, your knees were shoved up into your chest with that one. And it isn't my favorite. Do I like the reliability? Do I like the overall design language? Yes. Do I like the seating position? No, I do not.
We're back here. We're going to go head off to maybe the Chevy dealer next.
Yep.
All right, we're now at the Chevy dealer, and we're going to test drive this silver Chevy Colorado Trail Boss. It's roughly the same cost as that Tacoma. Well, it's actually a little less. I think it says $43,000 on the sticker. Trevor looks big next to this, but I will say this already, just like the stature of it, it definitely looks nicer in my opinion, but the cab looks a little bit shorter, so we'll see how it goes. You want to sit in there?
Yeah, we'll see. Alrighty.
What do you think? Is it tighter than the Taco?
It is.
It is, huh?
Windshield has better visibility, but I don't know. It's pretty similar, I'd say.
I almost bonked that.
But I definitely can feel a difference with this thinner center console.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Significantly better having how thin this center
You feel
console
like you're
is.
not having a man spread in the Chevy?
Yeah.
Or is it about the same?
It's about the same, honestly. A little bit better, but
a little bit different. Oh man, do you have enough room back there? Here, I'll try to move it forward a little bit. I'm gonna give him a little more room. So I got enough room.
Still got a couple inches.
Yeah, you still got. That's actually pretty good.
yeah, that's not bad at all.
Screen's bigger. It sounds like a diesel too.
Yeah.
It's funny, all these little 4-cylinder turbos and Tacoma and this, they all kind of sound similar. Ooh, hitting my knees.
Any questions about it? It's pretty simple.
These ones have inline 4 turbos, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what the rated horsepower and torque output is on it?
Let me look that up real quick.
430 torque.
430 torque.
That
300.
sounds right.
Oh my gosh.
So this is going to be substantially more kick than the Tacoma if you look at ratings. I like the screen in this, though, a little bit better than Tacoma. It's bigger. You have actually more visible space.
Yeah.
But I don't like the panel black. My other cars have that too, all this smudgy stuff. But it's interesting how similar this sounds to the Tacoma.
It is interesting.
The diesel-y sound.
Yeah, it's got a lot of punch to it.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely does.
What do you think compared to the Tacoma? Do you think noticeably more torque?
I'd say it's pretty similar in terms of torque,
Really?
like at least the feel of it. But who knows? This thing has 48 miles on it, so it could still be going through like the braking period or
You don't
whatever.
wanna-
I'm
don't
not
wanna be
trying
putting
to
it to the
hammer
floor,
on it,
yeah.
you know.
Actually, this road for you guys, being at the dealer, is perfect for test drives.
It
It's a
is.
smooth road.
It is, yeah.
Everything feels new. I like the vision out of this better than the Tacoma
For sure.
windshield.
Has a way lower dash than the Tacoma does, so
Yeah.
your visibility is significantly better. Now that I've sat in it for a second, these seats and seating position is definitely better than the Tacoma,
Really?
for sure. I could drive this for a long duration of time, go on like a 4 or 5 hour straight drive.
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother me. In comparison to the Tacoma, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah. It feels a little more upright to me. It's not a huge difference in the passenger seat.
And just the distance from my head to the ceiling,
Yeah.
way better.
I like the way this rides.
Going.
Oh, man. Dude, that thing feels
Yeah.
extremely torquey
Yeah.
and loud.
Well, it's just nice because I was able to flip a UE right there and get up to speed with traffic super quick, you know?
That
Wasn't
that was a lot of torque.
bad.
A lot of torque.
I like it.
You can definitely feel, I think you can feel just that extra little kick of torque in this 2.7 versus the Tacoma. Reliability, who knows that? This has been really good. This engine's been out for Chevy for a long time. It's more the 8-speed that has had a colored past, but it's getting better.
Like inherently, maybe these 4 cylinders are just a little bit more chatty than the other ones, you know?
They're fine. It's like when it's cruising, I don't hear the engine. Like when you're just cruising, it's when you really, if you spool it and you get quarter or half throttle, you can really hear it.
I do like the way it rides though.
Oh yeah.
It isn't too like floaty,
Yeah.
but it still feels planted at the same time, you know. Whereas
Precise.
the Tacoma was very planted, and that was just about it.
Kind of similar to the Tacoma, a lot of hard plastics. I don't mind that at all. I'd rather have durability long term than a bunch of soft stuff. Physical buttons, which is nice. The shifter's smaller in this than the Tacoma, so you get more space. A little more space in here. Feels a little more shrunken down. So you think it's quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not even. I mean, in like general, like just outpaces it overall. I like the way it rides more. I like
Chevy bias. You have Chevy bias.
I do have Chevy bias.
He's a Chevy guy. You can tell he's a Chevy guy. 43,370 on the sticker. So it is cheaper than the Tacoma. 430 foot-pounds of torque in this little thing is no joke. These things look cool. Just got done with the Trail Boss Chevy Colorado. Thoughts on it compared to the Taco?
It could just be difference in road conditions, right?
Yep.
But I felt like it rode nicer. It definitely had more punch, and I liked the interior more. You know,
Yeah.
I really did. I liked the interior more. But maybe that's how Chevy gets you, you know. And then
The torque.
surprise,
They get you with the torque.
then surprise, your transmission's burnt up.
Yeah,
you know?
right. The resale's not going to be as good.
The other thing that I think is a stark contrast from the Tacoma is even with my seat all the way back, there was significantly more legroom. They've accounted for more cab size in the Colorado than they did the Tacoma.
Yeah. Windshield was better.
Windshield
Vision was better.
They didn't have that huge cowl on the hood like some trucks have.
It felt a little more roomy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really, measurement wise, I don't know if it really is, but just felt a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right, well, on to the next one. All right, now we are going to drive this Frontier, the Nissan Frontier. Everybody wants to see these. Everybody loves them. They're obviously super reliable. We'll probably hit a Ridgeline next. Looks like a nice green Pro4x. These are coming in probably a little less than the Tacoma TRD Sport. There's Trevor, the tall guy, standing next to this thing. But I do like the Frontiers overall. Definitely have been a reliable platform. More reliable than most. You don't have a lot of transmission or engine problems in these. A little too bright a green for me, but he probably wouldn't be looking at this green as his color anyway. So 46,000 here, but they already told us that they're probably around 42 to 43 is what this Pro4x would be coming in at with the 3.8 liter V6 9-speed automatic, which is, I believe, a Mercedes branded Jatco transmission, 281 foot-pounds of torque. So we're looking at a lot less torque in this than, say, the Chevy. So we'll see how it compares. Pretty nice interior, though. I actually like these interiors. We've reviewed them before. See how I fit in this compared to the Colorado. This feels similar to the Colorado to me, the Chevy Colorado. Oh, wow, it's got power. It actually has power seats on this on both sides, which is kind of nice. Actually, this sits up pretty good. I like it. Definitely more vision. I bet Trevor's going to say the same thing. I can notice compared to the Tacoma. Now this comes up still more than the Colorado, maybe a little bit, but the vision's still pretty good. The height of this windshield feels really good to me.
Let's see about this seating position. It's the #1 factor for me. So
How much seating room do you have back there?
I'm about 6'1". I can fit pretty decently back here, but I did have to make sure I was behind you now.
Yeah, right. Unless you go to a full size, you're really not going to enjoy the seating position in the back seat.
Yeah, exactly.
I think all the midsize are real similar with that.
windshield's pretty decent size. I like that. Tacoma, obviously, they have a really tall dash on it, so your visibility through the front windshield is pretty limited.
I like the way this is integrated in. The screens don't like stick out in the Frontier, it just look more traditional.
Yeah.
Kind of like the entire truck. They really want you to know you're in a Frontier in case you forgot.
Bright orange.
Yeah, like I know what truck I own, but now I really know. Then the dash is non-digital in these compared to the Colorado and the Tacoma, which was like an all-digital dash, which I kind of like these anyway.
Yeah.
Because in the honestly, even in my Ram, the digital dash, I always end up putting it on analog gauge mode anyway. Then I just sit there and think I'm just waiting for this screen to die, Very nice. I actually think that Nissan so far, this interior in this Frontier feels higher quality to me than both the Tacoma and the Colorado.
Yep.
To me, it does.
I would agree with that.
Oh, yeah, that's what he told me.
Even still, though, the pull isn't too bad on that. It
Yeah.
kicks in pretty low.
No, they have torque. I mean, you got more displacement, so it's just higher elevation here. So being at 5,000 feet affects you a little bit. This is one of the trucks that I keep recommending to people if they want a long-term ownership truck, is the Frontier.
I think there was a paper in the bed that just flew out.
Oh, you're gonna get a ticket?
Yeah, a littering ticket.
Can get fined?
Unsecured load.
I like the way it rides. It's like my Ram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same,
It isn't as stiff as the Tacoma nor the Colorado.
which is weird with Bilsteins. You'd think it would be more stiff, but
When you're like getting on the RPMs, this one, you can hear the motor, obviously, but it isn't as loud as the Tacoma. It's significantly quieter.
So what do you think, Trevor?
I'd have to say this one is my favorite so far.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised. I did not think it would be your favorite.
it is. I'm naturally a Chevy fanboy, but it rode very smooth, and I kind of hate the modern ideology of everything has to be, 400 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
You don't need it. And 99% of people that are going to use this truck are never going to use that torque, So I like the ideology behind a naturally aspirated V6. I like the way it rides. I like the seating position.
You felt better in this than the Colorado and the Tacoma so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it
wild.
was more comfortable and it felt higher quality. It didn't feel chintzy. It didn't feel cheap, you know?
I thought the interior felt like they spent more money on the seat material, the cushions, the dash, everything just feels like a higher quality to me. All right, well, on to the Ridgeline maybe.
All right, click here for part 2 where we drive the Ridgeline, the Ranger, and the Maverick and wrap up with a conclusion at the end.